expected to happen. Right, we are live. I'm gonna have to do a little twig with the thumbnail and stuff. Boys, can you talk a little bit while I just do?
You're trying to vibe a little bit too much. So how is it? I have a question for everyone, I guess. To fill in time. If you were a wrestler, what is one match you just would not want to be in? Like one match type.
What I want to have?
That you don't want to be in. Whether it's like TLC or what's that one where it's like fire all around the ring?
Inferno match.
Yeah, the Inferno match. What match would you just not want to be in?
TLC probably is like up there just because like, especially nowadays, it's the bar has gone so far up in these matches that like if you're not having somebody literally almost die, then it's not a good match. You know?
Yeah,
so
that's true. I was thinking
after that Jeff Hardy. It was after the fucking Hardys and the Edge and Christian and Dudley's in that three-way where he speared them off the belts.
Yeah, that was fucking wild.
After that, bro, it's just been I gotta try to beat that.
I think before they like changed the match type, I guess, was the Elimination Chamber match. It's my favorite match type, but when it was just like all straight up metal and shit, I don't think I could do it.
Right, we are.
Everything would just be hurting.
We are back just chiming because the chat back saying what happened. We got copyright struck taken down by WWE. They came for your boy. They came for your boy. The copyright was strong. I knew that we were gonna get copyright struck, but I'm not monetized. I'm just fucking streaming a prediction video with the boys, so I wasn't really too fast, but I wasn't expecting them to actually take it down midstream. There's already 8 people back up in here though, so if you want to help out your boy, 10 people back up in here straight away. Wow, people are here for this, guys. People have actually been here for this. So if you want to if you want to smash that like button for us again to support, there it goes, 1 2 3 4 straight away. Thank you guys for throwing that support back. Because we barely even started talking about the main event, so that was just a thought of something I thought would be a nice bit of fun. Reminisce about some of the Royal Rumble matches of the past, but no, we got fucking copyright struck and take it down. No one's allowed to have any fun. But thank you guys for coming back. So you asked the question a moment ago, just to fill time of what match would we not want to have? Yeah, Inferno match comes to mind. Elimination Chamber, the way it was originally built, like it's been more safely built now, but that match its first 3 years was dangerous as fuck.
The first 3 years.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, I think those are that's the max, bro. And yeah, TLC. I can't. I'm also afraid of heights, so that could also be a big reason.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you as well?
TLC is definitely one.
Oh yeah, no, me and heights. It's funny because like if I don't look before I jump, like I went to a quarry once, and first time I went, I never looked down. I just jumped right off and had a blast. Second time I went, I looked down first. Couldn't do it. I physically could not jump down. It was only like 20 feet. No. It wasn't like it was that crazy.
No, I get it. I've yo, Risky Ruffler, welcome up on in here. We chatting wrestling, Risky, and you know what? WWE came for us because they are intimidated by the Bakeover Wrestling Podcast. They know that this is where you hear the real things. They heard us book the fucking Jinder Mahal. We booked the return of 3MB. We solved
exactly what we said. Play out right before our eyes.
We solved it.
I knew they were going to come for us eventually.
We solved the Goldberg problem. We solved it. In fact, we not only solved it, we made it better. We made it worth doing. And WWE were like, nope, we can't have any proof of this.
Too powerful.
Too powerful. They weren't ready for the Bakeover Wrestling Podcast. But yeah, we chatted Royal Rumble. We talked about most of the cards. We're now about to start talking about the main event. But yeah, we're back up and running. If we got 8 people up in here, only 5 thumbs are up my arse, right? My bulb, right? My stream right now. I got to work on that, guys. So if you would like to shove your thumb right up in there and support your boy, do please. I will be leech seed ready. I will leech seed all over your thumb now. Anyway, moving on to the Royal Rumble match. Renny, I want you to kick us off strong. I want you to talk us through the Royal Rumble. I'm expecting a good 5 minutes of chat. For this one, let's open the floor. If anyone says anything that anyone wants to chime in and say, bounce off of that, then no worries. Like if Renny says something in particular that you want to bounce off, then by all means chime in and do so. But Renny, give us your overall thoughts on the Rumble. Are you excited? How do you think it's going to be? Who do you think is going to win? Who do you want to see win? And also, more notably, like a top 4, I think is a question for you all to think about as well. Of like, because that's quite a big moment in a Rumble as well. I think the top 4 says a lot, because there's always that you've got to have the 4-man standoff, all of them in the turnbuckle, where the whole audience just goes, right, here we go, it's one of these boys is going. So that's a big thing.
A powerful moment. Like I think of stuff like, I think it was the 07 Rumble, the last 2, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. First sort of teaser of the amazing matches they'd have at Mania. I remember in the 2018 Rumble, the 3v3 standoff with the old guard and the new guard with Roman Reigns, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Finn Balor facing Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, and John Cena. Stuff like that, like the hairs on your neck stand up. Beautiful. And that's what the Rumble is all about, man.
Oh, I'm so excited for the Rumble. Like no matter what my qualms and worries, Royal Rumble is just legendary.
It always delivers. Almost always. These last few years, I had to stop myself real quick. Where you can talk about stuff.
I'm a back up.
Enthusiastic or happy.
Sorry, problem is, as soon as you said that,
was the best for a Rumble.
As soon as you said that, Renny, I just had an image of Roman Reigns standing there with The Rock holding up his hand and going,
just confusion by the booze.
I
get Big Show, Kane, and Reigns.
Shock, looking at the ring at Bray Wyatt, and then boom, Shattered Dreams. Saw the Titantron right after.
That was 100% purposely done as well.
And the confused look on Rock, like, why am I being booed right now?
This literally never happens.
I'm not heel Rock. There should be no
booed. I'm confused. I'm the Rock.
The Rock definitely knows he's The Rock.
Yeah. I said that shit, and I felt just like, I imagine this is how Booker T felt when he was like, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. Immediate regret.
Yes.
Oh, mate.
Fuck.
So I'm gonna get confirmed here, right here, my baby bobbers. Bakeover Wrestling Podcast come at you once a week. Because we have opinions.
We have opinions.
I got shit to say. Anyway, apologies. Carry on, Renny. Hype for Rumble is real.
For sure, man. Like this year more than others, I feel, and I think the sentiment is shared among a lot of people. Is like, maybe Daniel Bryan. Other than that, it's an absolute toss-up. There can be so many different people, and they've done a really good job establishing people like Daniel Bryan, like Shinsuke Nakamura, Keith Lee. There's a lot of names that you can name, like Bobby Lashley even. Like, there's a lot of good wrestlers. Edge announcing himself recently, this Raw. You got people like Big E building a lot of momentum right now. Like, I could keep going, man. Like, they've done a really great job, like blurring the line, so to speak. The last few years, like, we could kind of telegraph, like, I can see Drew McIntyre winning, I can see Seth Rollins winning, right? This year, I feel more than the last few years for sure. It's been quite a bit of a toss-up, and that's very exciting.
Yeah, always exciting when you've got like multiple people that could potentially do it. And because I think there's been too many Rumbles recently that have been pretty surefire. Like the year Seth won, I was pretty sure he was going to win. Roman, I think there's just been too many surefires. I want more moments like I experienced when Shinsuke Nakamura won the Rumble. Admittedly, that went on to be bullshit, but that moment, that moment was like, yes, WWE, yes, WWE, you're getting it now. And then obviously went on. So
and then balls.
And then them balls. Them balls. So what do you see actually happening, Renny? What do you see?
I see this Rumble being. I see myself missing crowds for one. Gonna be really
that's gonna suck.
My lord, but I don't know, man. Like this, like I've really thought about it too, and I really don't have too much of a clue or an understanding of what to expect.
Yeah,
I think I'll play it safe here with my prediction and say that it's Daniel Bryan's time. I've been advocating for Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns one last time before Daniel Bryan shifts into the next chapter of his career as a part-time performer.
Yeah.
I think those two, I remember their match at 2015, I want to say Fastlane. Like, I'm not too sure, but like, you could immediately tell the synergy was there. Even in matches where they worked alongside one another, another match where they shared the ring, Bryan and Roman Reigns in a tornado tag match versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, the great Brody Lee, may rest in peace, absolute legend.
Rest
Just
in peace.
A fantastic match with 4 fantastic wrestlers.
Yes.
And like, it proved that the synergy is there with Bryan and Reigns. And now they have found themselves, Roman in particular, especially, they found themselves in great positions in terms of character work. I think Bryan's just like better than he's ever been as a babyface promo. I remember him selling the fact that he was entering himself into the Rumble, and it was fantastic on Talking Smack. If you guys saw that,
I've seen
obviously
that,
Roman Reigns is Teflon right now on the mic, so I think they could create absolute magic if that match happens, and this is the way to do it.
Yeah, man, and you add Paul Heyman to that dynamic as well, because you got to know that he's going to have a lot of things. Because like, I can't really remember a time when Heyman's really had a shot at Bryan. He's not really worked with him really. Only with, like, because obviously he spent so long with Lesnar, and Bryan, as we already like mentioned earlier, the match that they had, that's the only time they've really crossed paths. And there wasn't a lot going on there, so yeah, like that could be absolute magic. Daniel Bryan's obviously a favorite. He is the favorite with the bookies, or at least was as of like 12 hours ago. From what I've seen, so yeah, that's a very strong choice. And is that a choice of the heart as well? Is that the way you would do it?
For sure. Well, if I had to book with my heart, I'd be like, fuck it, let's burn this company to the ground. New Jack, you're the Rumble winner. But we can't go too crazy now.
Who the fuck is Griff Garrison? Griff Garrison is going to win the Royal Rumble 2001, confirmed.
Yo, that was Griff Garrison.
Griff Garrison. Oh, do you know what as well? Honourable moment, just because it comes up, and like, by all means, like, if ever you want to interrupt me to talk about fucking Luke Harper, but for any reason at all, then you should do so. But the moment I had the other week with the Sun, where they brought out the papers again, and he was throwing at people, I was
So
like, it got me emotionally and barely laughing, and like, oh, that was such
yeah.
a
And then
moment.
he kind of was like, my birthday was 3 days ago, you idiot.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, man.
Brody Lee
It's like,
Jr. negative one, isn't it?
-1,
Negative
baby.
one, yeah. Oh, that's
you can tell that he absolutely loves this stuff.
yeah, 100%,
It's
and
like,
he's going to be
the
so
lengths and
made.
bounds that AEW has gone for John Huber's family has just been absolutely amazing.
That kid is going to be made as well. There's a
Oh, for sure.
when WWE, they obviously didn't do it on a SmackDown or Raw, they did it I think on YouTube. But they had a thing where a few of the wrestlers talked about him. McIntyre made a point in his like little tribute of saying to his son, "You got a lot of lads ready to put you over," and I fucking bet he has as well. Everyone's going to be lining up to be like, "Yeah, he's going to be king of the world." I honestly like that kid is going to be king of the fucking wrestling business. If he's got an inkling of his father's talent, then he's a made kid. Yeah, sorry, going off topic there, but by all means, go off topic to talk about Brody Lee, John Huber, Luke Harper, all you fucking like. So yeah, Daniel Bryan, very strong pick. Anyone like without necessarily going off in their opinion, just want to piggyback off of that and talk about Bryan? Like, is anyone else's pick Bryan necessarily?
I think Bryan is the most likely pick for the simple fact the story just writes itself. One of the better things, I guess you could say, of them taking fucking forever to make Roman good is the fact that the whole reason why people really hated 2015 Royal Rumble is because they wanted Daniel Bryan and to win it. So I mean, there's a story.
Rey Mysterio heel turn. Felt so sorry for Ray. Like, I'm sorry, Ray. Love you, but fuck you.
So yeah, there's like a whole story there of like, man, it says 2015 because you weren't in the match or whatever. You kind of just ruined my career for so many years or some shit like that. So I think Daniel Bryan is the most likely choice to win, I would say.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Are you going to piggyback off that Datsunami as well?
Yeah, I was gonna say, because Daniel Bryan, I think he just cut a promo on SmackDown saying like that's the one thing he hasn't done in his career is win this Rumble, and he is on the decline of his career now, where there's gonna be a big shift. So for them not to give it to him, I feel like would just be insulting.
Yeah, for sure.
But from a story perspective, there's 2 other people that I would fucking love to see win.
Okay. Let me put a pin in that one then, Tsunami, and we'll circle back round to it. Just to put a pin in Daniel Bryan's, because like my thought on it anyway is that he spent so much of the last year just putting people over. Buddy Murphy, Drew Gulak, he put Riddle over, he put Jey Uso over, and he's just in that part of career now where he just wants to elevate people. He just wants to bring people up, and he's the one doing a lot of campaigning backstage to get people on the card and work with him, which is just a credit to the human being that he is. But nonetheless, I still feel like, because we were just robbed of so much Daniel Bryan time, and it's still such a shame. We lost so many years of Daniel Bryan because of his unfortunate injuries. And I still don't feel like we've had a proper main event run. Like, I hinted towards it when we were talking about Kofi Kingston earlier. Like, I felt like the only casualty of Kofi Mania was that Daniel Bryan heel run with a title ended up becoming quite short-lived.
That's true.
Because that was such a good run. Like, his first run when he had like both the titles, you know, that was a great moment, but like that felt like it should have been the beginning of something. And then he went into the Intercontinental title. He had that ladder match at Mania, where he won the title, and then left again. And like, we all miss Bryan, and it's literally such a gift that we have him back. And yes, be the guy to put people over, Bryan, but have your time as well. Like, and I still feel like he could do so much. But the question I put to you guys is, like, hypothetically, let's say Bryan wins and he goes on to face Roman. Who do you have win that match?
Bryan.
Yeah.
I think by WrestleMania, you can have Bryan win that match, and Roman's not going to get hurt from that at all.
I think it's just that. Sorry, someone's messaging me. I think that with the whole
interfering with your private life, are we, Jay? Sorry, your social life. Sorry.
No, it was on Discord. Someone's messaged me on Discord.
Oh, well, fuck. Well, fuck them then. It's probably Fox. Fuck him.
Everyone loves Roman's heel turn so far, from what I've been hearing. And I guess Daniel Bryan is really big right now with his babyface thing. But I think some people fail to realize just how popular Bryan gets when he's like full babyface. That once we're like going to WrestleMania, I think it's gonna again. I don't think it's gonna be like, what was it, WrestleMania 30? Yeah, WrestleMania 30 Bryan levels. But I think it's gonna be to the point of like, man, everybody wants to have Bryan win. Yeah. No offense to Roman, but I think I really do think if they were to go to WrestleMania fight, I really do think Daniel Bryan's gonna win. And as you said, I really want him to actually have a run with the title. Yeah. For at least 6 months. Yeah, agreed. And he needs a sustained run with it. And yeah, like, if Bryan does win, I agree with you. I think have Bryan win that match. I think Roman wouldn't lose anything. He's having a great run. He would have another couple of months of a great run. That'd be a great program. You could have Daniel Bryan win that, and then have him have 6 months with the title, maybe slightly more. And then I see Bryan picking someone that's never been champion and going, "That's who I'm putting over. That's who's going to take the title off of me." And then I'll spend my final, whatever, maybe it's 12 months, 18 months of my contract, winding down lesser schedule, putting people over and working on his way out, because I do think that's his plan. So yeah, that's the way I'd go with it. Let's move on from Daniel Bryan then. So we started with you, Renny, and that was your pick. Datsunami, let's go to you, my dudes, and let's talk about some of your other thoughts for the Rumble.
Excuse me. All right, so 2 of the storyline picks I would fucking love to see is it's unfortunate because Kofi Kingston is injured right now, but for Mustafa Ali to come in and win the title, win the Royal Rumble, and kind of get that revenge for Kofi getting in on his injury, I feel like that could have a very good beat to it.
I would love that so much.
Yeah, that would be an amazing, like, you know, they could bring that back around. And I don't know if he'd win, maybe, but, you know, why not? And
any excuse to see T-Bar on my screen more. And this is ultimately the problem, because like 100, before you move on to your other talk, let's talk, by all means, let's talk about Mustafa Ali for a moment. And retribution. This is the thing. Like, I fucking love Mustafa Ali. He's incredible. I'm 100% behind you. If you want to put shoot Mustafa Ali or Ali, Prince Ali, Savvy is he, whatever. By all means, do so. He's incredible. Love him. But what the fuck is what is a retribution? Someone tell me.
Just a bunch of fucking light switchers. Just flip the lights off and on a bunch and cut ropes. But yeah, no, as a group, they got didn't get the push they needed, and then Vince was just like, oh, people hate him, so fucking bury him.
You know, I fucking love your impression of him. So good.
Bury him.
Bury him. Oh, fuck him.
You know, my problem with Retribution, my biggest problem with it is that Dijakovic is in that fucking mask. Yeah, and if you've seen any of Dominic Dijakovic's work, if you haven't, you do not understand how good of a wrestler you are missing by having him play fucking team. Incredible. And like, if you know anything about his work from Progress, which I know because it's British, then sorry, it airs here. Incredible wrestler, and like you can say this about so many people. Like, we still haven't got round to Ricochet again. We'll Ricochet back to that. Kapow. But yeah, it's just such a waste of the Dominic Dijakovic character and wrestler and being under that mask. And I think another one of the ones under the masks is the guy that was in TM64, the tag team that's named after a Pokemon TM. What is TM64 in Pokemon? Renny, you just sound like someone that would know.
It's Will-O-Wisp. It's got to be Will-O-Wisp.
Oh, okay. Will-O-Wisp. Great choice. But yeah.
Explosion. I don't. Oh, God. You got me googling.
I didn't come into. I came into this podcast to forget about Pokemon.
What is this?
But yeah, Retribution just fucked. But yeah, I'm all about the Mustafa Ali hype. But yeah, continue your other gentleman of choice.
The other one I would, oh my god, love to see is babyface Seth Rollins coming back and then getting him versus Roman at WrestleMania, because you would have face Seth versus heel Roman, and you just get to play with all the dynamics of the Shield, and that, I think that would be fucking phenomenal.
That's so intriguing, because I can honestly say Seth Rollins was not anywhere near my list of people that I expect to win the Rumble.
I feel like he's gonna come back, and I want to see that. I would pay to see that.
Before you said it, that was not an idea that I'd even like. I mentioned earlier that I feel like he's going to return. I feel like he's going to be in it, but not for a second was he on my radar of potential winners. Is that just me, lads? Renny? Chase?
No, that wasn't until today. I heard somebody. It was somebody brought it up, and I was like, "Yo, that would be a sick winner." Yeah, that's popped into my head, and I
interesting.
Don't think that's gonna happen, but
that's certainly interesting.
Myself, I thought it was interesting. Yeah, I think interesting is the best way to put it. Like, I wouldn't be against it, but it's not something that I would be particularly interested in, despite all the history with the Shield. I'm not trying to deny that they'd make like something incredible, because obviously like they're two of the most talented dudes in the company. They could easily do that. But like, I think the main reason I disagree with it, because it just goes against what I want to happen in my heart throughout 2020 for wrestling. So it's like more so personal than anything.
I feel that.
I'd keep Seth Rollins. Like, I'm just gonna fantasy book all the way to SummerSlam, boys. I hope you don't mind.
Yo, I'm here. Yo,
I'll keep it nice and quick.
Yo, I got this nice new chair.
100%. And Seth Rollins is going to go into a program for WrestleMania with Big E. Big E is going to win. There's one part of the Shield down. Then we move on to SummerSlam. We take out the other part of the Shield, Roman Reigns, for the Universal Championship. That's the coronation. That's how Big E wins it.
I do want Big E to, like, if he does face a champion, I do want him to come out victorious.
For sure.
I don't think that's why I don't want him to win this Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like he's in the position right now to beat any of those champions.
Yeah. Got to give him a bit of time.
Yep.
I know you got some thoughts, Baker. I see that look on your face, man.
No, this man's wheels are turning in there.
Yeah, really are. I'm trying to digest and work out how I feel about the idea of Rollins winning and going into a babyface promo against Reigns because it genuinely was not on my radar at all. I expect it. But I love it. I expected him to return, but not at all was he on a list of winners. I'm trying to work out how I feel about it because I think I would be quite invested in the idea of because I was very much a Shield mark, and I know it's been done to death to a degree, but
I'd still pop.
But from the perspective of Roman being the heel, I'm just imagining the sort of things that he would say to Seth as a heel. Like, can you like that's what's running through my head really more than anything was I'm thinking of all the things that when they've fought before, all the things Seth did, breaking up the Shield, his entire heel turn, like the matches
Seth was
that
called the architect of that. You know, it could be.
Yeah, and like, but the fact, but
he was the brain.
The fact that Roman was the one that was like handpicked to be shoot right for the stars, and Seth only sort of swindled his way into his championship match with Brock Lesnar. That match wasn't even meant to be about you, and you're a rat who swindled you and manipulated. You're the architect, and you swindled your way into my main event, and you took that was meant to be my moment. And then I went on to lose at WrestleMania for like another 2 years or something, or another year. I can't remember what the exact match is, but he ended up like because then he lost again the next year, didn't he, to Lesnar? Or was it the year? Yeah. Lost twice in a row. And I'm just thinking about the things you could say to him, like, you sent me on that downward spiral. It's because of you that people turned on me. I'm like, these are the things I'm imagining Roman saying and blaming him for. I could even see a moment where he goes, "You're the reason that Dean isn't here anymore," and he's off with and doing an AEW, and you're the reason why Dean packed up his ball and went to work with the little kids. Like you can see Roman, like I'm writing it right now. I'm writing the promos in my head.
That's a fucking solid.
That's why like with the idea of you saying face Rollins and like going down that route, like
for all that.
Yeah, like that's big time and wasn't on my radar at all. And like so I'm trying to think because it's not what I wanted.
No.
And we'll get to mine eventually, but it's not what I've planned. But you know, it's a very, very interesting idea. And then to also piggyback on what you were saying about Big E, I was convinced that Big E was going to be elevated up into the main title, like after the New Day breakup, and they put a big emphasis on it, until they put the IC title on him. I now don't think he's getting the title anytime this year.
No.
Wow. Really?
I think that he'll have a solid Intercontinental run, which will end in maybe 6 months. I think this is his position on the card. 6 months. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but after he comes out of it, I mean, I don't see the title on Big E this year. I see him carrying the IC title through 2/3 of the year. So, whereas before he won the IC title, I did think they were going to piggyback him up there. However, if I am wrong, I'm more than happy to be wrong. I'm 100% on the Big E train. It is absolutely a great time for him. They could have him win the Rumble, and I wouldn't bat an eyelid. To be honest, imagine imagine they push him that far, and they go IC title versus WWE title again, and Big E comes out the big man. And then you've had Kofi and Big E, all who were just at one point the New Day. I mean, Xavier's going to feel like shit, but fuck him.
Give that man King of the Ring.
Yeah, that gimmick is built for Xavier. To be fair, Baron Corbin's been a fantastic King of the Ring, and I've loved the King gimmick on Corbin. But
it's
yeah,
growing on me.
Yeah. So yeah, fantastic. Line of thinking.
That end of days is
Seth Rollins.
Baron
Corbin's got a fantastic moveset. So yeah, Rollins, interesting choice. So I fixated on that for so long. Renny, did we actually get your prediction, or were you just piggybacking off of the Seth Rollins thing?
Yeah. Daniel Bryan.
Sorry. Literally, that took me to another fucking world there, guys.
Yeah.
My bad. Right, Chase, let's move round to you, my dude. What are your thoughts of the Rumble this year?
Yeah.
I will first. I will piggyback on the Seth Rollins thing.
Please.
I was thinking about it for a while. I think I'm just kind of tired of Seth Rollins in the title picture at this point.
I can understand that.
I feel like all that whole idea you guys were doing was interesting, but I don't know if I want the title to have anything to do with it.
I can totally understand that 100%. Like, it has been on him a lot, and like the whole, like, I still haven't forgiven him for beating the Fiend in the Hell in a Cell match, but never mind.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah, that hurt that literally hurt everyone. Everyone came out of that worse. People hated Rollins. He got go away. It killed off the Fiend's momentum. Anyway, going on. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I'm good on the Rollins. Big E always been. I remember like in 2013. I think it was when there was lots of reports that Big E and Roman Reigns supposed to be like the big two or the next big thing, with Big E holding the World Heavyweight Championship, and Roman holding the WWE whatever. So Big E could be cool, but I do agree. I don't think Big E's like. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win the title this year. As for who's going to win, I mean, I have like a crack.
Oh hell yeah,
a crack pick. So here's my final four. I was looking through the list. Wait, are we talking about who we think could make a return yet, or?
Don't think we dipped into that territory.
No, we'll go on to that at the end. We'll go on to that at the end, unless it has specific relevance to like your pick.
I mean, it probably would, but I these four.
Go on, go ahead. Yeah, we can always.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
We don't have to mention them. We don't have to mention them yet. So for the four that's on this list, that's confirmed. I put the final four as, of course, Dolph Ziggler.
Gotta rep your boy.
Yeah, gotta rep my boy. I put Sami Zayn. Sami's been one of my favorites. AJ Styles, Darren Bryan. Is Johnny Gargano still wrestling?
Yeah,
he's NXT still. Though.
NXT, but
okay, but he's not this list. So those would be the final four. And then I imagine Dolph Ziggler got quote unquote eliminated through like the second rope or some shit. So he's just been hiding out this whole time.
Well, that's how we got to the final four. He's just been like fucking.
He's just been
selling too well.
Yeah, he's been selling too well. And then shit happens. Final two would be like AJ and Darren Bryan. Darren Bryan eliminates AJ. Woo, yes, Darren Bryan's going to WrestleMania. Until Dolph Ziggler comes in. It's the fucking zigzag super kick combo. Eliminates Darren Bryan. He's going to WrestleMania. Zigzag Roman Reigns. Only one zigzag. Pin is a 1, 2, 3. He's going to hold it for like 2 years. Is what I wish.
He's going to Berto Santino this shit. He's going to hold it for 6 years.
Who can beat him? No one. He retires with the title.
He does what he did with the US title 1 week. He just randomly comes out and goes, I don't want this. And then he'll disappear for 2 months and come back and never explain why.
He's
never.
Fucking stupid. I hate that. It's okay. I'm sorry.
That was fucking stupid. It was like, thought it was going to be really deep. Yo, this US title means nothing to me. I'm leaving. Wow, that's huge. Right, I hope we got a big payoff on that. Oh, you're back 2 months later. You're back, are you, Dolph? You're going to tell us why you fucking gave up the title? No? All right. Oh, you're going after the title again. Why'd you fucking give it up?
Man, it pissed me off. But yeah, that would be my crack. Yes. But realistically, man, I really wish. But realistically, Darren Bryan is probably going to win it. I'm re-looking through the list again real quick. Yeah, probably. Well, can we start talking about the returns?
Yeah, no, by all means. Yeah, by all means. Let's start
two people who I think are going to return. It's like probably Brock Lesnar, probably. That he could win. I would probably not want him to win, but you know, WWE WrestleMania time, they're trying to get their money in. So Brock Lesnar probably, or The Rock would be awesome. We can get The Rock versus Roman Reigns, because I still feel like to this day, if Dwayne The Rock Johnson really wanted to, I think he could squeeze at least like a 4-star classic. I really feel
a solid 4 stars.
Solid 4-star classic. Now I think again, we talked about this way earlier, how The Rock was pretty much like, he made his matches like 5 stars, whatever, because of his energy and shit like that. Not sure how well that would translate to a no crowd. Like he's just gonna be looking out to like what the fucking TV monitors. And they're like the most electrifying move. I swear, like. But I was.
He won't be used to it. Like even on film sets, he probably. I think that even on film sets, when he finishes a scene, he has a team going Rocky. I don't think he knows what it is to perform without some sort of physical representation of their glee towards him.
Yes. So I don't know how well he could handle it. I think mentally that is more of a toll than even I can understand, probably for everyone who's playing sports these days with no crowd. So maybe that's not the best idea, but if I had to pick a second pick, story wise, what I would probably want to watch, I think The Rock would be my second pick.
So I'm going to piggy straight off of that and say, while I do not think it's going to happen at all for many a reason, but nonetheless, Rock versus Roman is my dream. Like if that actually happened, like, but I don't think there's anything else. Like I talked about gushing over the possibility of the Seth Rollins thing after Datsunami's suggestion. We talked about Daniel Bryan, and I was like, yeah, that would be fantastic. I'm well behind that, and I think that's a strong possibility. But if we're picking dreams, like I don't think Rock should win Rumble for it. Like if you're gonna have Rock and Roman, then you have whoever wins the Rumble challenge for the other title instead, in my opinion, because that match builds itself. But like, can anyone here say they don't want to see Rock Roman with like a month of build? At least, well, a month's quite generous for The Rock. do you know what I mean? Punk got a week. Punk got 1 week of in-person build, and he got 2 video packages and a tweet.
I mean, just imagine like a spear from Roman for like The Rock just like pick him up and do the spine buster on him.
Well, like low key. Low key, Rock is one of the underrated sellers. Like, to watch that man take a Stone Cold Stunner.
All over the place
like,
for that.
And that move is that's the famous sell that he does. But like for a lot of things, like you watch his matches, like he does sell well. Like when he used to take the F5 or things like that, like he fucking starfishes. He like Shawn Michaels, Dolph Ziggler level. Yeah. Like he knows how to like literally just take it. Like it's just he just sometimes chooses that he just does not wish to take a bump today. But when he does, he can do it, and he put in the grind for years. So yeah, like you know, Roman spearing the shit out of him is absolutely something I'd love to see.
I really do think they could at least a 4-star. I don't know, 5-star. I think that's asking a little bit too much.
Story would be the appealing part.
Yeah.
The promos and all that jazz. Anyone else feel like The Rock may return at the Rumble? Like, what's the likelihood of that?
I mean, what's he doing right now? Is he filming anything?
Eating pancakes.
I don't think he's doing much, so I could totally see it.
Yeah. Right. I think we've had opinions from everybody except myself. So, Royal Rumble. I think the most realistic pick, unimaginatively so, is actually Daniel Bryan. And I say that kind of with a down incantation of my speech to imply that I'm underwhelmed by it. But it's because I think a big part of me is that I feel like it's a trap. I feel like we're being trapped into thinking that it's going to be Bryan. I feel like they know. But do they know that we know that they know? It's like I feel like it's all just lining up a bit too neatly for it to be Bryan. Bryan. If that makes sense. Then again my mind goes back to Roman winning. I don't know. I think it probably is my realistic point, but what I'd like to talk about more passionately is the pick of my heart. And I don't think it's the most unrealistic thing in the world. I definitely think this person is going to be in the Final Four. But my choice winner for Royal Rumble 2021 is Cesaro.
You said this before.
I adore Cesaro and will gush over him all the live long day. And you can talk about taking brass rings and proving yourself over and over again, and the fact that Vince just doesn't see him that way. But there is a part of me that feels like the stars may be lining up for him, like with the work that's been going on the last few weeks, the random Nakamura push in that. Did you guys see the Gauntlet match where Nakamura ran most of it?
Yeah, I watched like the highlights of it.
Yeah. Anyone else?
When was this?
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, so that's where like Shinsuke's been living in like the wilderness of nothing, like in a tag teams with Cesaro for a few months. They won the titles, but they've not really done anything. And then he randomly got like a sweep of 3 or 4 people in the Gauntlet match, and suddenly, oh yeah, we're back in Nakamura again, and they changed his music back to his original theme, which is fantastic. But great, do it when there's no crowds here to fucking sing along, you retard. But Jesus Christ, like you just fucking wait. Like you've had it this long, just wait. But anyway, I just feel that the stars might be lining up, and to be fair, something that needs to be said is that part of the reason Nakamura might be getting this random push is because his contract's up soon, and they might just be giving him a little push just to get him to re-sign. But I don't know, there's just a part of me that like sees the stars maybe lining up for Cesaro and then wanting to take a sleeper pick, and like they've kind of put some emphasis on him over the last few weeks, but not overdone it. It's not been too much. And yeah, that for me, if Cesaro could win the Rumble, and then like I would like to see a return of matches at Mania becoming more than just a one-on-one for the title. Like when they made it triple threat, all right, admittedly 2 of those people were Randy Orton and Batista, but still, it was a triple threat match and Daniel Bryan won the title. I don't see a reason why Cesaro can't win the Rumble, but then someone else still worm their way into like the match as a triple threat, and you go something like Cesaro, Shinsuke Nakamura, Drew McIntyre. Like that to me is a beautiful match, and like it may sound underwhelming to you guys and like kind of off the cuff, but I don't know, I just think there's storytelling to be done there, and like the tag team that Shinsuke and Cesaro had, it didn't serve for much as the tag team, but it may serve as something for the preemption of a rivalry between them, and Drew McIntyre getting involved in that. Realistically, who do I want to win that match? I don't know. But I don't know, like I just want to I kind of just want to gush over Cesaro more than actually having thought it through very much. But I would love Cesaro to win the Rumble just completely out the blue, and then actually get a serious push. Thoughts, gentlemen?
So you think whoever wins the Rumble is gonna face Drew, or at least that's what you want?
If we're going in the world of what I want, based on I want Cesaro to win, then I think that's probably the more likely choice than Reigns.
Okay. So I think I'm looking at like the past 2 Royal Rumble winners.
Because don't trust WWE when it comes to pushing Cesaro.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get that.
Don't trust
I
it.
I totally get it. Totally.
They'll let him win a couple matches, but then he'll be taking pinfalls in the next 6.
I know, and that's why it's a pick of the heart and not a realistic pick. I do think think he'll be in Final 4. I do think he'll be in Final 4.
It could be a possibility in the Final 4. I don't think he's winning the Rumble. I think Cesaro has a much better chance of getting the title picture through other means. I don't know, maybe like just a string of matches, and then he like just gets that one lucky match that gets him into, like you said, just like he gets a match or
off the cuff, wins a random like Gauntlet match or 4-way number 1 contenders match, and then gets a shot at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, I see that happening more than him winning the Rumble. WWE like does one of 2 things: either they like to just piss you off with whoever they pick to win, or sometimes very rarely they pick someone who you're just not expecting. But I feel like usually when you're not expecting it, that's the part of me that I'm talking about, that like the little part of me in my heart that's like, oh, would they randomly just be like, fuck it, give it to Cesaro, like Vince being in that. But yeah, they should do that more often. Like, but unfortunately, Vince does it in ways where he cancels a whole week's worth of script writing an hour before the show, and then they have no idea what they're fucking doing. Oh, of course, Carl Cena. I've been a fan of Cesaro for a while. At least
I love Cesaro.
30. right? I think he won the Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant, but the first one, yeah, and then
yeah.
went on to do nothing.
Yeah, he carried around the what is it called? The fucking trophy.
Trophy, yeah, a couple of
and
weeks.
He's like, cool, that's enough.
Yeah,
that's enough. Of
that's a big trophy. You know what I mean? Absolutely,
yeah, would be cool. I would say.
Yeah, it would be cool, but not realistic. But anyway, let's move on to towards the end of this, where I just want to ask you guys: are there any particular returns that you want to see or see happening? Renny, let's start with you, dude.
New Jack. 100%.
That's it. New Jack.
Well, I want him to be number one. I want every fucking competitor just coming in a single file line and all get bladed by like a fork from catering. That's what I want. That's the content that people need this time.
Got tough in them. Got tough in
trying times.
That's a perfect answer.
Like Undertaker said.
Yeah.
Real men.
Exactly. You want real men? There's none realer than new motherfucking Jack, bro. He actually thinks this shit's real.
That's why he's everyone's favorite. He makes this shit real.
Fantastic.
Seriously.
Fantastic. That's a perfect answer. Datsunami, who do you want to see return to the Royal Rumble?
Someone just like a John Cena, maybe. You know? Fuck it.
Not
Like a nice appearance from him.
Not beyond the realms of possibility that he would come in.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did hear though. I was hearing some of the end of the Royal Rumble might have a cinematic type thing. So it could potentially be
I've seen a rumor, and then you've got to immediately think it's going to involve the Fiend.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, the more I think about it, the whole Cena thing, it's something I could see happening, and I wouldn't hate it. But if he's just going to come in and do like eliminate 2 or 3 people and then get eliminated by someone, then yeah, you can use that as a spot to maybe get someone over that eliminates him if they do that, and not just have it be Baron fucking Corbin. But at the same time, in my mind, I'm like, that's a spot in the Rumble that someone's missed out on.
Yeah.
And then imagine you find out that Ricochet didn't make the cut, or your favorite,
or someone that didn't beat AJ Styles in a thing, but
or Drew Gulak, or like your favorite lower tier wrestler didn't make the cut because John Cena came in to get a 5-minute segment. You know what I mean? Like, what's worth more to you? So like, I'm not against it. I'm not John Cena. John Cena is always worth more to me. You have no idea. You love to see it. And Chase, who would you like to see return to this Royal Rumble?
Real quick, I think John Cena. They should just wait until like, I think it was in 2023 when they're in California. Let's have John Cena come back in 2023, just like all Hollywood. Fucking sunglasses and shit. That's what they should do.
I do want to see the John Cena heel turn one day. I want to see John Cena come back for like a six month run, play the heel, and play the heel he was meant to play. Because there was one time. Do you remember? I'm going back a few years when Cena was working the program with. No, it was against Kane, and the Embrace the Hate was the storyline. Don't ring a bell to any of you guys?
I remember it.
It was back when Kane was wearing like the fucking Ironer's mask, like Blacksmith, the Pokemon card, over his actual mask. If you know your TCG. It was that bit where he was doing a segment with Cena, and he was like, you need to embrace the hate, because people were booing him and have been for a while and all this. And there was a point, Cena confirmed this in an interview, they said to him, look, okay, we're going to go heel. And he got gear made, he got new music made, and then Vince got cold feet. Backtracked it. But there was a point where he made music, he made gear and all that, and he was all set. He knew exactly what he'd been thinking about it. So he knows what his heel character is already, and I want to fucking see it, like every bit as much as like, imagine like we've all gushed about Roman Reigns and this heel turn that we fucking pled for.
Yeah. So
like, are you telling me you don't want to see Cena come back and like keep up with a schedule for like 6 months for a year, like 3 out of 4 Raws and most pay-per-views, playing the full heel of like, I'm John Cena, but not just the thugonomics. I'm John Cena that legitimately kept this company alive for 10 years. You know, I want to see that on screen one day. So I just want to piggyback onto that while we're talking about Cena. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's what I was hoping for.
Let's see. I mean, if Undertaker just ruined his retirement again.
Oh God, please don't. Just fucking let go.
I'm kidding.
Just let go. Just let go.
Hilarious though. He just ruined it.
See this, Taker? See my balloon? Letting go of the balloon now. You should let go of the balloon too, Undertaker.
The biggest one, I mentioned this earlier, but if we just like got to, I don't know, like fucking number 7 and just hear Kennedy.
No.
I turn up the trouble because he gets real loud. I feel so much better that way. Alright.
Wow, I remember his theme song too. Shit.
You go mad me your mind because I know that I can. Love that song.
So yeah,
Gonna
that was
rock.
probably the most crack one.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm all about that. I'm gonna
10
start.
years later.
I'm gonna piggyback onto that and say, if I don't hear, I spin the face on people who don't want to be cool, then it was a wasted rumble.
Carlito.
Carlito would be cool.
I want to see. Yeah.
One
Apparently,
more time.
apparently, Christian's confirmed as a return. Apparently.
Oh, he's confirmed.
Dirt sheets confirmed.
Oh well, we gotta get the Edge and Christian thing, of course.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, and yeah. I want that spot of Edge and Christian back to back in the Rumble. That'd be sick.
I don't know.
It'll probably
Yeah,
well, that's the thing. Like, I'm looking forward mostly to NXT call-ups. Well, it won't be call-ups. It'll be like guest appearances. But Gargano we've had, and he's involved in quite a hefty storyline at the moment, so I don't see it. I can see Kyle O'Reilly getting a spot. Is anyone keeping up with NXT at the moment amongst you?
I mean, so I went to an NXT takeover, the Word Games.
Fuck you.
I saw a lot of people.
Just keeps flexing
Damn,
on
bro.
us, man. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
I have a question about a wrestler. Could be
Kicking.
trigger warning. I don't know.
Kick and chase out the
I don't know what's been happening. I remember I heard some bad things. I don't know if it's still a thing, but like, what's with Velveteen Dream? Is he good? Is he bad? What's up with that?
It's really bad.
I heard he's just a trash human.
It's
But
really
that's
bad.
it.
It's really
I was
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was such a
God
fan
damn
as
it.
well. I was a fan
I
as well.
I think it was Word Games too. I was like, yo, this Velveteen Dream guy is getting me fucking hype. I don't even
He's
watch it.
good.
God damn it.
Boy,
What a way to ruin a career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
which is
ruin a
like-
career.
I remember I'm making fun of people. How you guys like King Nappy losers, and then now I know how they feel.
I know, right?
Oh no.
Okay, wait. Who's that? Who's that guy? His finisher is like, it's kind of like, you know, Renny Orton's DDT rope hang DDT thing.
Yeah.
That's like his finisher. It's an NXT guy.
Champa. Tommaso
Ciampa?
Ciampa.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It's not actually his finisher, but yes, carry
Oh,
on.
it's not his finisher. I don't know.
Well, that's called the widow's bell.
That shit all the time. In the match, he used that shit all the time to beat Dream.
Yeah,
So that would-
widow's bell. Yeah. No, Velveteen Dream. Yeah, he fucked it quite literally.
Oh wait, Vikings, War Vikings.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah, they're on the main roster, dude, and one of them's injured. So the
The
other
Viking experience.
one of them is injured. One of them is injured, and one of them is chasing our truth around the ring for the 24/7 title.
Chasing our truth for the 24/7.
Literally, that's what's happening.
Damn. What about Baby Adam
Cole.
Cole.
So yeah, I love Adam Cole.
What about
He had a spot the other year, and if they give him a spot, I will not be disappointed because I fucking love Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Baby!
I fucking
But-
love how Chase recognizes NXT wrestlers. It's like watching one of those videos where you get your grandma to like, what's the name of this wrestler, grandma? Oh, that's Baby.
Yeah, it's,
Baby.
yeah, madness.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
That's what I want to win the whole thing.
I'd love that. I'd love that. But at the moment on NXT, they're not putting the emphasis on him. They're putting the emphasis on Kyle O'Reilly, which is absolutely fantastic. If you don't know Kyle O'Reilly, he's a young Daniel
Kyle
Bryan.
O'Reilly.
He's young Daniel Bryan in wrestling. He's young Daniel Bryan as a wrestler. He's fucking incredible. He's a fantastic
Kyle O'Reilly?
talker. Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah, he's a member of Undisputed Era. He's fought Finn Balor for the NXT title the last 2 takeovers in a row, and they've been like match of the year candidates. Go out your way, lads, to watch Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor. Either of the two, they're both fucking incredible. Go out your way, take 20 minutes to watch it.
He's 33.
But I can see him getting a fucking.
It's too late for him. Just give up Baker.
Fuck, I wasn't ready. Wasn't fucking ready. There goes my fucking wrestling dreams.
No, you got 3 more years.
That was. Is that what I've got?
You got 3 more years, Baker.
And then you're too old.
Yeah, it might got like maybe like 4 to 6 more if he starts on a DDP yoga.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. You can expend it, Baker.
There you go.
Wow, I was not ready. I was not ready. So casual as well. He's 33. He's old. Fucking what? Mate.
Sorry.
Anyway, moving swiftly on from that lovely point. So yeah, NXT call-ups. I think it'll be Kyle O'Reilly. But I want to see William Regal. William Regal spot. I'll say that every year, to be fair. William Regal, the greatest wrestler to never be WWE champion. IMO. No? I'll go fuck myself.
Sorry. What did you say?
William Regal.
Yeah.
My reaction was accurate.
Never won the big one. Man, like that could be that's a podcast topic in itself.
That is a podcast topic in itself. And unfortunately, it's 2 a.m. and I am up for work in 6 hours, so we're not going to dive into it now. However, this gentleman has been an absolute treat, and we should absolutely do this another time.
Oh,
Literally, we've had 2 streams. One was 2 hours, one was an hour. That's madness, talking about the Royal Rumble. I am absolutely buzzing for it. Excited for that. Yes. So yeah, that's about it really. We've talked in depth about the Rumble and a whole lot of other shit. I'm sure lads, I would love to have you back on in the future when I do this again, which I absolutely will. I don't know when. Maybe the next pay-per-view, we'll see. But we'd love to have you back on. Thank you for coming on. Do you want to do any last plugs for yourself before we sign off?
Well, LG says, LOL, have Candy return and have him get eliminated while he's trying to do his old mic gimmick.
Yeah, that'd be quite funny as a spot.
That'd be hilarious.
They just want to bring him in for that one little moment. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. But no, that's about it then, lads. So thank you for being here, gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys in the chat. I'm not going to do a raid. I can't fucking ask. Can't fucking ask me. I want to go to bed. But it's been brilliant. I'm buzzing for the Royal Rumble. I'm sure we'll all have a chat about it in Discord. If you are not in the PokerTuber Discord and you are a PokerTuber, then you should go, or just a wrestling fan, apparently. We've got fucking that as well. We're going to end up getting people that are just there for the wrestling content ready. Madness. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Datsunami, Chase, Renny, for joining us. I'll see you soon, my